I read newspaper effectively in less time? How do I read English newspapers and how can I understand what I'm reading? How do I read the newspapers effectively? What's the importance of reading newspaper for students? Does reading newspaper improve English? Why newspaper is important in our daily life? The word newspaper is actually an acronym derived from notable events, weather, and sport presented accurately on paper. For erudite readers is nothing but showing or having great knowledge of learning. Benefits of reading newspapers. Reading newspaper is a good habit that can provide a great sense of educational value. Newspapers provide information and general knowledge. Newspapers provide news about country's economic situation, sports, games, entertainment, trade, and commerce. Okay, let's look at this news. Dr. Boliak, more cases doesn't mean things are getting out of hand. And one more news, it got out of hand. What happened when 1,000 people gathered for a rave in Stockscroft? Here the thing is to get out of hand. That means if a situation or a person gets out of hand, they become very difficult to control. For example, things got out of hand when some of the protesters began to break shop windows and police had to intervene. Here in this news, in all likelihood, MS Dhoni has played his last match for the country and is coming to terms with this new normal. Here the keyword is in all likelihood. That means almost certainly, very likely. I don't think Joe is still angry with you. In all likelihood, he has forgotten about it. In all likelihood, we'll finish our report in time for the meeting. Here the news is another feather in Robert De Niro's cap. Hollywood veteran to be honored with Life Achievement Award. And another news is India's manned mission, a new feather in the cap. This news would be understood if you know these keywords. A feather in your cap, a big achievement which you can be proud of or which could bring you some advantage. Joe's promotion at work is a feather in his cap. Getting that scholarship to Oxford was a feather in her cap. Here in this news, coronavirus symptoms. Feeling all out of sorts? The lesser known symptom of COVID-19. Here the keyword is out of sorts. If you're feeling out of sorts, you're feeling a little bit unwell, irritable, and upset. I think I'll stay at home. I've been feeling out of sorts since yesterday. Perhaps you're coming down with the flu. Novak Djokovic taken aback by US Open's extreme measures. Here the keyword is taken aback, to be taken aback. That means to be so shocked or surprised by something that you cannot respond at once. We were taken aback by his aggressive attitude. And one more example, I was taken aback to find my son with a girl in our flat. Let's look at this picture. It's fun to monkey around. What's this by mean? To monkey around is nothing but it's an informal way of saying wasting time. That means to waste time idly and doing nothing useful or helpful. You two stop monkeying around and help me with these boxes. I just monkeyed around all weekend and playing video games. Robbers made getaway in black dot Charger, save Windsor Police. Here the keyword is to make a once getaway. If someone makes their getaway, they leave a place quickly, usually in order to escape from someone or after committing a crime. The two thieves made their getaway in a stolen car. Historic home in one of the new firm's best streets, up for grabs. Here the keyword is up for grabs. That means of a job or any opportunity available for anyone who wants to have it or take it. For example, this car is up for grabs for less than half its price. There are some interesting temporary jobs up for grabs. Here the news is China hit back at Australia's rubbish accusations of spreading disinformation. Here the keyword is to hit back. That means to attack or criticize someone who has attacked or criticized you. Here the example is the president hit back by calling the opposition leader ignorant. Literally to hit someone who had previously hit you. Carlos Alberto Ferreira, the international specialist who never shied away from a challenge, is the one who's South Africa coach. Here the keyword is to shy away from. That means to avoid dealing with something because you are afraid or not confident enough or you dislike it. For example, what's wrong with you? You've been shying away from me all day? Just never shied away from hard work. Let's learn this one more idiom. A health inspector was nosing around the shop looking for violations of health regulations. Here, to nose around or about means to look around a place in order to find something in a secret or quiet way. There was a strange looking guy nosing around in our office this morning. Why are you nosing about in my papers? NATO summit. Trump calls Trudeau two-faced over video. Justin Trudeau. Here, two-faced. It's an adjective. Someone who is two-faced looks like a good friend to you, but he or she always negative things about you to other people. For example, I don't trust Anne. She looks charming, but I suspect she is two-faced liar. And I'll give you some tips of reading newspaper. When you make a notes out of the newspaper's articles and editorials, write in your own words. Keep it simple and easy to learn. Be serious about your newspaper reading time. Sit at your study table while reading so that you can don't miss out on any vital news.